Hey, it's Tiff, and hello again. I am excited to welcome you into September with this new video, my plan with me, obviously for September, and let's begin. First, I'm making my cover page, and can you guess what it is? I think it's getting more obvious by the second. The little lighter brown objects, the weird looking ones, are actually marshmallows, and they are swimming or bobbing about, slowly dissolving in a cup of steaming hot chocolate. So if you like hot chocolate, if you like marshmallows, if you like anything sweet, then this video is for you, and just keep watching. Right, so the theme of this month is coffee. Well, not really coffee, but watch along and it'll be reviewed to you because, well, it's time to stay toasty, guys. Now on to, yes, you know it, it is my monthly planner. Guys, do you know what this is? Maybe it is not coming into effect right now, but think back to what I had in my first cover page and maybe it will make sense to you. Keep watching. I assure you that it is really, really sweet. Yep, the brown bits are the burnt parts, and the little cubes are all mushy and gooey, and they are nothing less but marshmallows. Did you know I used to not like marshmallows at all in my childhood? Yeah, well, I've always thought that they were too sweet and sugary, texture. But I guess they grew on me, or I grew to love marshmallows, especially in my drinks. And for this monthly spread, I'm just kind of spearing all the marshmallows into twigs that, you kind of roast at campfires. Instead of a little bit toasted, not to say burnt, but toasted at different angles. We get that realistic, puffy, and, the lovable shapes of marshy gooiness. Since this is a monthly planner, I'm going to include all of the dates. And this time I'll begin on Monday and end on a Sunday because it looks more uniform this way. Of course, numbering all of the marshmallows, as we have a total of 30 days in September. Very uniform, very neat, very clean. To show that this is the spread for September, I'm going to draw a little 0 and 9 in the bottom left corner, and this is the cute part. They are actually donuts with little sprinkles on them. Yep. Yes, so the next page we move on to this very delicious looking drink in the corner. Try to guess what drink it is. I won't tell you, but let's just say it is a little bit of savory and very sweet. Now this page will be my scripture page. As you know, I always have a page dedicated for scriptures that have really touched me throughout the month, and this month I will be having 4 scriptures. I usually have 3, and I'll just clip it up on these lines here so that they look like orders that you take from a cafe. Now I'm gonna letter the word scripture with my Tombow pens. Always a little story about my Tombow pens. So I wanted to buy Tombow pens, so I went to my local bookshop, but they did not sell these. And and I had to walk 15 minutes all the way to that mall near my university. So I walked 15 minutes just to get these 2 Tombow pens, and I walked all the way back. Whew. The things I do for my journal and for my video, since I'm supposed to be studying and doing my assignments, because I have like 5 of those lined up for me all in the same week, 4 weeks from now, and I have not started a single one. Oh well, the Lord will sustain me as He has promised, and He says He will get me through this semester without headaches, without anxiety, because He is my comforter and He has my back. Now I've been drawing this really cute mug of coffee. It's I don't know, some kind of latte art that is mimicked after a cup of salted caramel, a latte that I had recently. So yes, this will be my blessings spread. I decided to make it 2 pages this time because there's just so much to be thankful for, especially as I need to get through a lot this month. And who knows, I'm expecting great miracles to happen. So yes, need more room for that. So I'm trying to mimic coffee ring stains, and I don't know, hope I'm doing a good enough job so that it looks kind of realistic. I don't want to experiment with real coffee here because it might fail. And I'm including a little cup at the bottom. And of course, a coffee spread is not complete without the origins, coffee beans. The next spread is gonna make you crave a lot of sweet delights. So do you get what my theme is right now? It is not about coffee, solely about coffee, but it is centered around coffee. And I won't keep you in suspense because you probably already guessed it. So the theme of my month is coffee shops, cafes, if that's what you call them. So the food here is basically a kind of treats that they serve at cafes. You know, they bunk up the price ridiculously high for a cup of coffee or a slice of cake or even a little scone here and there. Yeah, so this one is my brain dump page, and there's nothing that stimulates your mind more than food, because these are the food for a thought. Don't even laugh. So yes, that is some coffee dripping up from the top of the page, and I'm kind of making it splatter. So it has that coffee dripping effect. No, not coffee dripping effect, coffee stains, yes. This spread has a lot of coffee stains, and I think that is kind of in right now in cafes. Like, I visited this cafe last week, and there were a lot of art pieces, wall pieces dedicated to coffee stain art, and I guess it's really aesthetic and beautiful to look at, because who doesn't like coffee? So this next page is my expenditures log, and I'm not sure if I included this in my last video, but it's really important for me to keep track of my spendings, to know which category I spend the most money on, and right now it is for meals and transportation because I take public transport to uni. Entertainment would be for movies and karaoke jam sessions, usually. And on the page to its right, I'll let you try to guess what I am painting. I assure you they are not flowers. Remember, it is a food-related theme, so everything is related to something edible and something sweet and something you will find in a cafe. Alright, I know it's really easy. They are waffles. How many of you are team waffles? Or are you team pancakes? For me, I really like waffles. So waffles it is, and just my habit tracker for studying, for exercise, for hobbies like writing or DIYs, and finally for those good days, which aren't really habits, but I'd like to keep track of the days where I had a good time. Alright, yay, so now we move on to the last part of this month's Plan With Me video. And of course, more food. Sorry for the blurriness because my camera went out of focus and I did not notice. But yes, that is a piece of toast, French toast to be more exact, and a little croissant below it, and of course a donut. True cafe delicacies. Well, I'm not sure if they serve French toast in cafes, but they most certainly serve bread, so bread it is. Finally, for my very last bread, I'm going to have a steaming mug of coffee or tea, if you will. And it's so steaming that smoke is billowing up from it. And it found 09 for September, and these are my September highlights. And this is it, really, for the end of my Plan With Me for September. And here is a flip through to show you what we have been doing this whole time. So this is a flip through for the month of August with the theme of deer and all things rustic and woodsy. And this is my monthly spread, all filled up with the really cool stuff that has happened in the dates. This is my scripture page. I had not written down my other scriptures yet, but yeah, this is it. And my blessings log, of course, for the things I'm grateful for. Here's my brain dump, and there is my habit tracker all filled in. And yes, I've been really busy, so I didn't have time to do any DIYs or blogging or writing or such, but you can see I studied a lot this month. Similarly, I didn't really have time to watch any dramas this month. And now I move into my August highlights. These are my important dates and my expenses. And now this one is my ukulele spread. This is my first weekly spread of August. I'll link the video for my weekly spread, journal with me videos right here and in the description box, so you can check them out. And here is my second weekly spread, keeping up with the deer theme. I had them placed in front of a moon, and this one is my third weekly spread, which I've shown you how to do in my journal with me video, and another spread for week 4. This is the final spread of August, very deersy. Tell me which one you like the best, and don't forget to watch my journal with me video to see how you can recreate these last 3 spreads. So yes, thank you very much for watching with me and planning with me for my September setup. I hope you have had an enjoyable time, and I invite you to come and journal along with me. See you again next month for my next month's planning. Bye!